A little pollen in there. Not a whole lot going on. Now this next frame is covered with bees, so I think it's going to be a little more interesting frame. Wow, look at all that bright yellow comb. Got orange pollen. Lots of nectar. Got larvae. Bottom corner. Not sure if you can see that, but I'll hold it here for a little bit. Nice looking bright white larvae. This side we got some capped honey on top, larvae in the bottom, and brand new comb built up with some nectar and pollen. So she'll be laying that frame real quick. These bees are so calm. They're never aggressive. This is solid brood. Worker bee brood, larvae, honey, nectar, pollen. This is a really good looking frame. See honey on top, worker brood through the middle, little pollen on the edges, and we've got some really nice sized larvae down the bottom. Second side, pretty much same thing. Full of capped worker brood, larvae in the bottom, pollen, honey. Frames are completely drawn out. That one is. Over here we've got a lot of hatched brood. And it looks like she's refilling themselves with some eggs. There's eggs in 9% of them. She may even be on this frame. But all that cell in the middle is where brood has just hatched from this new queen. And she's beginning to backfill them in. Same thing on this side. More hatched brood with eggs in the cells. Capped honey, pollen. A little bit of a queen cup starting right here. Hopefully you can see that. They're just starting on it. I'm thinking they need more room. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that so it doesn't encourage them to continue. If this queen is laying it up, there's no reason to re-queen this hive. And I'm thinking they're running out of room, so they're thinking they need to swarm. But that was a supersedure cup, not a swarm cup. Here we got capped honey, little larvae, brood, pollen, eggs, lots of eggs. See, most of that center comb is where brood is already hatched out of this hive. Same thing with this side. A lot of hatched brood, backfilled with eggs, honey, pollen. Very nice. This is a heavy frame. Here we got a lot of worker brood capped. Honey, eggs, pollen. Same thing on this side. Brood, pollen, eggs, honey. That's a capped worker brood, honey, pollen, eggs. The same thing on this side. Completely full. All stages of bees. Here we got a lot of newer worker brood, capped, surrounded by honey and pollen. And it looks like they're creating a couple drone cells maybe there on my left hand side. Kind of higher than the other ones. I'm thinking they're probably drone brood. This side is solid capped worker brood. Honey. Wow. Yeah, this hive needs some room, I think. They're pretty much maxed out on what they got. So far there's only about one frame that isn't completely built with comb. And they're all pretty much covered with brood and eggs. Again, this one, solid worker brood. Eggs on the bottom, honey on the top. Same thing on this side. Lots and lots of worker brood. Larvae. And the next frame, number 9. Here's frame 10. And we got this one side coming along real nice, drawn out. Packing it with nectar and pollen. And they're even drawn out on the outside of frame 10. Very good signs. So I think it's time to add a box. I'm seeing about 80-85% of the frames are drawn out with comb. So from what I've read, and from what I've seen on YouTube, now's the time. I'm going to do that before they decide to leave me. Go ahead and center these back up. Now what are we going to do? Let's think about this. Now we're going to add our second deep brood box. Let's give them a little smoke. Let them know that we're not done playing yet. Okay, here I've got my second deep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 2 frames out of it. Again, I'm using 100% beeswax frames. They seem to prefer that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of these brood frames in this top box. And hopefully that'll encourage them to move up and draw out that comb. I'm going to take the center one here. Doesn't really matter if the queen's on it. And this one's got a lot of eggs and larvae. So that's a good one to throw up there for them to move up and take care of. Alright, now let's grab the next one. That's the middle. Another nice frame. Looks like a lot of hatch brood, worker brood, eggs, pollen, larvae, honey. Wow, that's a pretty frame. A lot of colors going on there. Now I'm going to take this box and set it on top of this one. Come on, girls, get out of the way. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put frames in the bottom one, where I took the two out of the top. We're going to stagger these two in the middle, and I believe I want to spray them. Have a sugar 1-to-1 syrup with essential oils in it. That'll promote them onto this frame. No, maybe not. My sprayer's not working. Well, next time we'll do that. So we're going to stagger these two back in the original bottom deep, two new frames. I'm going to center this up. Now we can add the second deep. And you can see here I added two frames from the bottom one. Like that. We'll go ahead and give them a new pollen tabby. Alright, well, that's going to pretty much wrap it up. I think one other thing I'm going to do is I am going to change my introducer to the larger size. I'll do that off camera, but until next time, please subscribe if you want to see the continued progress of these two new hives. Both are package installs from this year, and as you can see, this one's doing great. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Comment on anything, any tips or improvements, I would appreciate it.